Hi, I'm Carolyn, trichologist at Absolique. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about hair loss treatments and some success we had in place with an iron deficiency as well. So if you don't already know or understand iron deficiency, low iron and low ferritin, they're both very different and real things. Both of them can cause hair loss. So if the iron deficiency continues, then so will the hair loss. So when we find that that is an underlying cause, the first thing that we would address is the low iron. So we need to look at the whole iron studies to understand, are we just using iron or are we using iron and ferritin, and can we use supplements and or food? And generally it would be both. In this particular case, we had hair loss happening, but it had also been happening for a long time. And my client didn't notice because she had a lot of hair. So she knew in herself that the hair had changed, but it wasn't obvious to anybody else. But obviously hair falling out can be very concerning. So we were trying to address the underlying cause. Now, she had taken iron supplements in the past and it hadn't raised the iron and addressed the problem. So we understand that iron is a mineral and it does require other supporting elements and nutrition to raise indeed the iron and or the ferritin. So generally we will use a combination of therapy to support and stabilise the hair loss. We can't stop it until you address the cause, but we can stabilise it, and then we support underlying cellular nutrition. So what we found 4 months later when we checked in on the blood tests, the iron had raised a little bit, but it certainly wasn't in what we call a safe zone. It was still in a number that could cause hair loss. And indeed, it was still very low, that it wasn't enough for hair growth. But what we had done nutritionally and topically had actually stabilised. So we're sharing this story to say that even if you find that you have this issue where you can't raise your iron, there can be absorption problems, there can be hereditary problems, it can be a lot to do with what's going on in your own immune system, that we can support you and the iron and your hair whilst we address the other problems. So we do all sorts of other kinds of testing to know. So if you have an iron deficiency or a story about your hair loss and low iron, or you'd like more information, we've got food for ferritin and recipe books and all sorts of things. Always feel free to drop us an email. It's info@absolique.com.au.